Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. In today's video we'll be counting down the top 10 most beautiful silver coins ever minted. This is my opinion, so feel free to comment down below your favourite coins in the description below. But now let's begin. So first up is 10th place. The 10th best coin design for silver coins is the 1909 shilling, and all coins of that era with the same design. On the coin we see the St Edward's crown in between the date, a Lion of England who is also crowned facing out of the coin, and the legend around. The obverse of the coin features the portrait of Edward VII, done by George William de Sulz, and here we see him here, facing to the right, and he is uncrowned with his legend around as well. And now we move on to the number 9 spot. On the list we next have the 1825 shilling, from the reign of George IV. We see here the royal garter around the royal shield with the Hanoverian shield inside. Both shields are crowned with different types of crown, adding to the beauty of the design. On the obverse we see the portrait of George IV, who has a lovely designed hairstyle and a very intricate wreath, crown / laureate on his head. And now we move on to number 8. In 8th place is the 1905 crown, and of course coins of this era with the same design. We see a different interpretation of the shield, a royal garter around it, the St Edward's crown on the top, and the legend around as well. That was designed by George William de Sulz, as was the obverse of that coin, again featuring the one and only portrait of Edward VII, facing to the right and uncrowned with the legend around. Now we move on to number 7, and in 7th place we have the 1899 shilling. This coin features 3 crown shields, each showing the Lions of England, the Unicorn of Scotland, and the Harp of Ireland, and the rose, thistle, and shamrocks. Each of these countries can also be seen. It has a garter around this, and at the very outside is the denomination and the date. On the obverse we see here the portrait of Victoria by Thomas Brock, in her later years wearing the veil. And now we move on to number 6. Number 6 is the Standing Britannia Florin, minted under the reign of Edward VII. Here we see one from 1910, where Britannia is featured looking powerful and regal, holding the shield and trident defending the country, the legends on each side and the date at the bottom. And once again we see the portrait of Edward VII by George William de Sulz. There are a lot of nice coins in this period I think, and so a lot of his portraits feature on the list. And now to number 5. In 5th place on this list we have the 1820 sixpence, and a lovely design we can see here. The crowned Hanoverian shield features inside the royal shield with a flowery outside. There are also the flowers of each constituent part of the UK on the outside, and a beautifully designed crown at the top. This once again features the portrait of George IV, with a nice portrait in my opinion by Benedetto Petrucci, featuring his hair really well detailed. And now on to number 4. In 4th place we have the Godless Florin. We feature a Rose of England in the middle, and the 4 shields crowned featuring the Harp of Ireland, the Unicorn of Scotland, and 2 of the 3 Lions of England. We also see once again the flowers of each part of the UK, and the legend details around the outside. The obverse of this coin is equally as beautiful, featuring a lovely portrait of Queen Victoria with a very detailed crown, and in her sort of gothic look from back in the day. And now on to 3rd place, the Bronze Medal. This is awarded to the George III crown. This is a lovely, regal coin, featuring the classical portrait of George and the Dragon by Benedetto Petrucci, and a lovely garter outside. It also features the portrait of George III, and when one's in nice condition you can see all the details of his hair, laureate, and face as well. Overall this coin is a beautiful coin, especially because of the size of the crown. Silver medal, 2nd place, goes to the 1825 half crown, and here we see it. This design has just so much going on. The Hanoverian shield, the royal shield, all the floral and royal insignia, the crowns, the legend at the bottom, and the royal Latin inscription as well. This coin was minted under the reign of George IV, who also has a nice portrait, although this is the 2nd bust, which isn't as detailed as the ones we've seen earlier in this video, which makes it 2nd place, because it loses to the one and only 1st place gold medalist, my favourite silver coin design. We start off with the obverse here, saving the reverse as it's a treat. It was minted under the reign of William IV, and here is his portrait by William Wyon. A nice depiction, and is always looking good on the bigger coins. This is a half crown from 1834, and again, a beautiful design. We see a royal cloak / cape, crowned at the top with St Edward's crown. The royal shield is inside this, with the Hanoverian shield inside this, and another crown we can see. The tassels tying the cloak look really cool and detailed. At the bottom we can even see a tiny but detailed portrait of George slaying the dragon in between the date. And that is the best design in my opinion. But all of these coins are so beautiful and really put the new ones, the ones we have on our change today, to shame. Comment down below your favourite design of silver coin, and we'll be interested to know whether it was on our video or it's a different one that you thought of and we didn't, for the top 10. Please do subscribe, as we truly appreciate all you subscribers and fans joining our channel on the journey, and we thank you for watching and hope you come back to see another video soon and like this one as well. So until then, goodbye from Bits and Bobs. Bye.